Loyiso Masuku has been elected as the ANC's first female chairperson in Johannesburg after many years of serving the organization. Out of 334 votes, Masuku received a total of 184, while Tata Murero only secured 149 of the share. In the previous term, Masuku served as the party's deputy regional secretary in the city. Meanwhile, Masilo Serekele has been elected as regional deputy chairperson, while Sasabo Namanganya will continue as the secretary. Maxwell Nedzamba will retain his role as the regional treasurer, and Lerato K-Bob has been elected as the new deputy secretary. Alpha Ramshwana, Eyewitness News in Sandton.
Corruption-accused crime intelligence boss Dumisani Khumalo has been cleared to return to work following the relaxation of his bail conditions. In a ruling handed down this morning, the Pretoria High Court has granted Khumalo, along with 2 other senior officers, permission to enter any crime intelligence office. The trio, along with 5 others, are currently facing charges of fraud and corruption related to allegedly hiring an unqualified person to a senior position within crime intelligence. Tabiso Koba has more.
The charges against crime intelligence boss Dumisani Khumalo and his co-accused relate to the hiring of 30-year-old Dineo Mukwili to a senior position within the division. The state alleges Mukwili's hiring and the conferring of the brigadier title was irregular, as she had no prior policing experience. Khumalo recently addressed this when he appeared at the Madlanga Commission, saying Mukwili was poached from BMW and is qualified in mechatronics, a highly specialized skill that was needed in crime intelligence.
She was a supervisor of technicians that are doing mechanical and electronic work in the manufacturing part of the car.
So do you say that she met the advertised requirements?
According to us as the panel that recommended her as candidate number 1, she did.
During the court's proceedings of the relaxation of his bail conditions, Khumalo submitted documents showing he has been cleared of any wrongdoing in an internal SAPS probe. Tabiso Koba, Eyewitness News.
Police Minister Senzo Mchunu says his decision to issue an instruction to disband the political killings task team was fueled by several complaints against the unit. He says the complaints were presented to him by 8 whistleblowers within the police service, human rights activist Mary de Haas and former SAPS employee turned whistleblower Patricia Mashale. Testifying before the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry in Pretoria, Mchunu claims the internal complaints related to concerns over SAPS losing control over managing the PKTT.
That category of complainants, if I could refer to them as such, indicated to me clearly that there are certain things that we are losing in terms of control and management. But it also refers to alleged abuses of human rights.
Multiple fires continue to rage in the Cape Winelands as hot weather conditions persist. Fire crews spent a busy night engaged in active firefighting. A fire near Ceres was almost contained after ground teams and aerial support worked the lines late yesterday afternoon. But the wind picked up overnight and the remaining spots spread into 3 separate fire lines. The Cape Winelands District Municipality's Joanne Otto.
Teams were able to contain these lines, but further up in an area known as Lawley's Kloof, a fire line continues to burn. There will be a shift change later this morning, bringing in 2 ground teams to manage the line in Lawley's Kloof above the farms. There is currently no danger to property, but teams are aware of a number of small mountain huts in the area that will require property protection.
And in Hong Kong, the Baptist University has suspended operations of its student union. It follows a message that was posted on campus expressing condolences and urging justice for the victims of a recent major fire. According to reports, the blaze ripped through Wang Fuk Court last week and killed 159 people. Student unions at Hong Kong universities were once hotbeds for political activism, but they either shrank their operations or were shut down entirely. The university says the student union's operations will be suspended until further notice. Gold is trading at $4,219.44 an ounce. The rand is at 16.93 to the dollar, 22.60 to the pound, 19.72 to the euro, and Brent crude oil is at $63.26 a barrel.
At this stage in Midrand heading towards Canteen, there's bumper-to-bumper traffic on the N1 southbound between New Road and the Butler Interchange. Also traveling through Alex Calvin area. We still have those roadworks affecting traffic in both directions on the N3 between London Road and the Butler Interchange. And finally in Edenville, traveling towards Bedfordview, heavy delays on the R24 westbound between Edenville Road and the Kilulis Interchange.
It's a partly cloudy afternoon with scattered showers and thundershowers expected. Temperatures have peaked at highs of between 25 and 26 degrees. The top story in EWN this hour, Loyiso Masuku has been elected as the ANC's Johannesburg leader after a closely fought contest against Dada Morero.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za or download the EWN app.
You're with Relebogile Mabotja
Live, streaming countrywide
on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856,
92.7
and 106 FM.
8 minutes after 1 o'clock. Welcome to 7:02 Afternoons with me, Relebogile Mabotja. Happy Friday, guys! We need to treat every Friday like we are deep within December. Even if you're still working during the week, make sure you treat it like get festive and have a good time, responsibly and safely, of course. Today, I'm so excited. In our food feature, we're going to be chatting to Cake Canteen. We're going to be joined by both of the owners of Cake Canteen, and we'll tell you all about that. Unplugged on 7:02 Afternoons with Ferg and Son. We're going to be joined by a duo that are multi-talented guitarists and vocalists that will be performing for us today. That's Michael Ferguson and Fergie Ferguson. And then we wrap up. I have to try not to fangirl when we do the upside of failure, because she is a phenomenal actress, a director and a producer, and many of you have been watching her on your screens for years. She goes by the name of Olile Chabalala. So I am so excited for that. That will be our upside of failure. It's going to be a fantastic show. If you want to see how cute we look in studio calls, then go and stream on our YouTube channel. Go and just search 702 and you'll be able to see what is happening. Yes, we are an audio medium, but we also are a visual medium as we evolve with technology. And don't forget primemediaplus.com and download the Prime Media Plus app as well. Get in touch with us, 011 883 0702. SMS us 31702, tweet at Relebogile M, at Radio 702 using the hashtag 702 Afternoons, and the WhatsApp line 072 702 1702.
702 Afternoons
with Relebogile Mabotja
on 702.
Let's walk the talk. 702
Food Feature.
This food feature on 702 is brought to you by FNB Premier. Switch, spend and win with FNB Premier till the 30th of November. Now get in touch with us on 011 883 0702, the WhatsApp line 072 702 on 702, as we chat today on our food feature to Cake Canteen. And we are joined by the two co-owners, Yandri van Sail and Janka Galdenhuis. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hoe gaan dit met julle?
Baie goed, dankie.
Now, I have to just say, I'm going to get it out the way right at the beginning. I thought your cakes were going to be the best thing you brought today, but you brought a 2-month-old, so I'm sorry. The baby was the highlight.
Yes.
Guys, no one talks about how heartbreaking it is when your used to be baby is grown and a 4-year-old toddler that tells you no. And then there's a 2-month-old who let me carry him. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my gosh. So I just have to say that is my favorite thing on the menu today. Was the newborn. The newborn. But I have to just let all of you guys know that today's guests actually have flown in from the Western Cape, because they're going to be doing something really, really cool tomorrow in Gauteng. And their business, Cake Canteen, has a very interesting story, but I also just love the model and what it stands for. And when you see pink and red, it just gives you good feelings. It really, really does. So I'm going to start with you, Yandri, and I want to find out, when exactly did you decide that you want to get into this specific type of business?
I think the business kind of happened to me. I come from a foodie family, and I worked as a waiter and as a runner in all my mom's foodie businesses. And I always said I don't want to do it because it's like really hard work. Like the food industry is crazy busy, and it's long hours. And I said, no, I'm not going to do it. But it just stuck. And my mom, like I said, my mom is a cook and a chef, and I didn't want to do food. And I know you are a foodie and not necessarily a baker, but I said, okay, it's in my blood. So let me do the cakes and not necessarily, the food. And it's such a nice way to just be extra creative with beautiful photos and colors and flavors, really just to, because I love fashion as well. So it's really a nice platform to actually cover all those bases, from photography, like I said, and beautiful cakes. So that's kind of how that happened. It's in my blood, and I always joke and say you have to be a little bit crazy to do this. It's for the crazy, this cake industry, I must say.
I always say that any kind of food industry is a lot of work. I can only imagine how you guys want to amputate your feet every other day, because you are just on your feet so much, and so many of you have to figure out, particularly with cakes, how to marry the science and the art, because it really is both. And sometimes it flops, and sometimes you make a beautiful mistake that creates something so awesome. Janka, what was your journey into the space?
Hi, I am sure what a journey it's been. 2 years, but can't believe we're here today. So I joined forces with Yandri. Yeah, it's actually such a special story where I'm an attorney by day, but entrepreneur by heart.
You're an attorney, girl!
On maternity leave now. So
and everyone on my TikTok live is like, where's the baby? We want guys, the baby's sleeping and he's in his pram just outside of studio. But you're an attorney,
But maybe I must say now, currently my job is being a mom of 2 boys, because that's a job in itself as well currently. So this Pink Cake Canteen, it's really just my passion. So me and Yandri met, as I said, I'm an entrepreneur by heart. So we had a little cafe in Cape Town, the Waterkant, and Yandri's first business, her pickup spot, was there with us. So when we got this new opportunity of having branches in the Hertex, we joined forces. So we were doing the beverages, she was doing the cakes. But as soon as we started, we knew we need to do this together and make it a pink explosion. So we've been partners in pink, since 2 years ago, and it's just been a magical story since. So we're really passionate about entrepreneurs, the whole industry of uplifting other females. We know it's tough, and the food industry is tough as well. So we're really passionate about this. But that's how our journey started, in the heart of Cape Town.
In terms of, for yourself, where you weren't originally in the business, how did you navigate? I know many people that have full-time jobs during, in the corporate space, they think, oh my gosh, I have this passion, or I want to try this out. Talk to us about the realities of that journey, because yes, you're smiling now, but I know it comes with its own challenges.
Today's a fun day.
Today is a fun day. Today is a leave day. No, 100%. And I think that's what we're here to advocate, is that you need to do what you're passionate about as well and make time for it. So it's definitely not easy, and sometimes you feel like you're failing at everything. But I think that's where community comes in, where a strong partner comes in. I love the business part of it, and I think if you've really got a passion for it, you will make it work. So corporate is also what I do full time. As we know these days, both both parents need to hustle hard to make it work. But this is really something I'm truly passionate about. So on weekends and after work, I put in the time. So I love the business part of it. So me and Yandri talk about how we're making a real difference, how we're scaling this business. So that's where we are partners. She's taking care of the operations daily, making sure that the shops are running. And I'm really putting in the effort with her behind the scenes to make this business flourish. Yeah.
And I love that you are emphasizing, the both of you, the part about the partnership, because I know sometimes people feel like they have to own something on their own, but there's so much value in having a business partner, that some of the things that you're not great at, they can be great 100%. At, and when one doesn't have the capacity, somebody else can carry more of the load. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about cook. If you're like, don't worry, we'll tell you.
James? Yeah? We did it.
Did what?
We made it.
Where?
Not where. When?
Friday?
It's Friday! Friday!
And you know what that means? Yeah, it means we're getting our free scratch cards.
Every Friday, log in and Betway Scratch gives you a free scratch card for a shot at a share of the daily 1.5 million rand.
And you're guaranteed to win a prize.
Every Friday, you scratch, you score. Only at betway.co.za.
Terms and conditions apply. Betway is licensed and regulated by the Western Cape Gambling and Racing Board. No persons under the age of 18 are permitted to gamble. South African Responsible Gambling Program toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710. Winners know when to stop.
You've heard the songs, but until you've seen it live, you haven't experienced the magic of cats. Coming to Monte Casino from 17 January until 22 February, it's the memory shared by millions. Book now at Web Tickets. Brought to you by Peter Turin and GWB Entertainment.
You want to build a quality home, the eye-catching jewel of the town, but your personality type is bargain hunter. It's only been 2 months and your quality home is the neighborhood nightmare. So abantu bazotini about the peeling paint that you call abstract art, the cracked walls that look like frown lines. Skip the embarrassment and the hunting. Make smarter decisions for your home. Visit Cash Build online to order quality cement, paint and more at the lowest prices. Cash Build.
Standard Bank and 702 have joined forces to bring you China Unlocked.
One of the most recent examples of this is the signing of 2 very important MOUs whilst we were at the Chinese International Import Expo, which in itself is quite an exciting event to help expose South African and African products to China. We signed an MOU and with the Chinese Chamber of Commerce for import and export of machinery and electronic products. What that helps us with is it helps our clients connect directly to equipment manufacturers and manufacturers of electronic products in China. It cuts out the middleman, and what better way to do that to help our clients get direct access to the equipment and technology that they need to do that.
Don't miss China Unlocked on 702 Drive with John Perlman. Tuesdays on 702. Brought to you by Standard Bank Business and Commercial, an authorized FSP and registered credit provider.
In ancient Corinth, as Alexander the Great approached the philosopher Diogenes and offered to grant him any wish, Diogenes simply replied, "Stand a little out of my sun." At Plus 94 Research, we believe in illuminating the path to informed decisions. By removing the shadows of uncertainty, we let the light of data-driven insights shine through. Don't let assumptions cloud your vision. Step into the light of clarity. Plus 94 Research. The science of decision-making.
702.
Food feature.
20 minutes after 1 o'clock, we continue with our food feature as we chat Cake Canteen with the co-owners, Yandri van Sail and Janke Geldenhuys. And we take your calls and comments, 011-883-0702 and the WhatsApp line 072-702-1702. Ladies, in terms of the early days, like when did you start to, because people will have ideas, right? But to now start to make this vision come to life is a whole different story. Because if somebody's listening and they're like, oh, I also love to make cakes, but I wouldn't know where to begin. And you guys came up with such a unique approach. When did that sort of start to come into fruition, the clear vision of what it is you're trying to do?
I think with Canteen, definitely it took also like almost 13 years. Like you mentioned, you've been here 13 years. I've been in the cake industry also for 13 years. And I've started my first business at 25, and I had a vision to create a cake brand and not necessarily just get in custom made cake. So not like where you ask, can I have like a dinosaur cake and make it? But I really wanted to create a cake that's on a table and people know it's from my company.
Yes.
So I've done that for 13 years. And then after COVID, things kind of changed a bit and all of those things. And I just, for some reason, I just got like an idea I've got this cake brand, but I don't have all the flavors and all the custom cakes. And that's where the collab over competition came in, where I actually wanted to tap into our industry. And it is definitely first of its kind in the world. It's not an easy thing. It took some kind of, I had to really pitch the idea to the bakers and the makers, because it's a creative industry and everybody's very passionate and about their products. So it's kind of weird to do this collab over competition. So, and I wanted to build the Canteen business from all the mistakes and things that I learned from my first business, and just to make it even better and bigger and more profitable, because at the end of the day it is a business. And that's also where I decided to bring in a partner, Janke, just to because I did my first business for 13 years by myself, and it is a lot. It is really a lot, and sometimes you need that pick me up through difficult times, and it's almost you have to have skin in the game, to walk that path in a partner, even if you've got amazing staff and an amazing group. It's really nice to have that shared. It's almost like a marriage, I must say.
It like, pretty much
we share a bank account with all pins and things, and I don't think even me and my husband shares a bank account. So we're married, but that's really nice. So. I got the clear vision from my first business. So, like I said, it was like a 13-year thing. So, I just think when maybe a new baker or a new entrepreneur want to figure out their business, you have to start looking at your profits. It's not the nicest thing to look at because you want to make beautiful cakes, but you cannot move ahead without looking at the numbers, the figures, and all of those things, especially in the food industry. So I would just do your vision, but just see if all your numbers are adding up before you undersell yourself, you ask too much, you ask too little, because your talent, you always have your talent. But I think just to look at the business size earlier on is something that I wish I did like 13 years ago, and that's what I'm doing kind of now with the new venture of Canteen, just to make it profitable and sustainable for us, and then obviously all the bakers that sell their cakes on our table.
Please, can you explain how that part of the collaboration actually works?
So the collaboration of a competition is where any baker, myself, curate the cakes, taste it always first, but they are all welcome to sell their product on our table.
They're almost like your suppliers.
Exactly.
Basically.
But where it's different as like just suppliers, we sell this specific cake, their cakes, under their brand. So we don't shy away from that. We say, a shout out to Honeybee Bakery in Pretoria. So we actually mark the cake with their logo on the cake.
I love that.
We tag them on social media. We do all of those things. So that's where the collaboration comes in. So it's not like a white label. It's not like your classic supplier. They do supply. They give us some wholesale prices. I work closely with them to even get their prices at a better price point so that it is profitable for them and for us. So I am kind of the mama bear in the cake industry because I've been doing it so long. So I actually do help the small guys. There's some people that still bake from their home. We've got lovely like pastry chefs. We're like a whole group of people.
So it's almost like walking into a Checkers or a Woolies, right? Where they have their
100%.
in-house brands, but they also have other brands which they're not trying to, as you say, compete with per se. You're trying to say collaborate. And what I love about it is you're more likely then to go to Cake Canteen and get exposed to multiple different, as opposed to driving to 7 different places. The same way
100%.
you'd rather go to one supermarket store and get access to everything.
It's almost like the food court in a mall. You've got all your takeaway joints there. They're not in competition, but you've got the like-minded people going to the food court. So I like this takeaway, you like that takeaway. So you're in this era. So we create a little hub where like-minded cake lovers go to and then have like this amazing experience with all the slices, all the bakers. And since we started, and I think Janka can correct me if I'm wrong, but she fell in love with Yes the Pink, but the collab over competition. That was something that was just like wow for her. Never done that before. Even in corporate, she can maybe explain a little bit there.
I must say, that's literally what I wanted to say. Like, we know each other too well now. So I wanted to say that for me is so close to my heart. Working in different industries, we tend to go into silos. So we go into competition with each other. South Africa has got incredible talent. So instead of uplifting each other, growing faster, growing quicker, learning out of our mistakes, we decided this is what we're going to do. And for me personally, that's 100% why I'm part of Cake Canteen. Very passionate about entrepreneurs, giving them the opportunity to build a profitable, good business. A lot of the bakers, they're so busy doing private cakes, and no one actually ever tastes their cake, or the public. So this is a platform which we give to them to give them exposure to the public. They can decide into which where they want to go. So collaboration over competition is literally changing the industry, and we can see it now with the amount of collaborations that's going around in the food industry. It's always been there, but now it's at a next level. Like people embrace it, they celebrate it, and that's what it's all about for us.
Let's very quickly talk about Workcook.
Yes. Workcook. So Workcook, just quickly the history about that. It's actually called Cake Picnic. It's an international trend that's going around at the moment. Amazing trend. But we thought in true Cake Canteen style, we just want to do it a little bit differently and just do it like women empowerment, women in business, the entrepreneurial side. And we came up with the name Workcook because we want to celebrate all the Workcook moments in business. And like you started, today's a lovely day, but we've got a lot of Workcook moments. So that's why we call it the Workcook Feast. And obviously we've got different dates. We've done 3 now in Cape Town. Tomorrow's our first one in Joburg, and people want to know when is the next date. So you bring as a guest a cake to one of our Cake Canteen shops. You put it on a long, beautiful table. About between 50 to 100 guests usually comes. When all the guests come, we say the table is open. Each person gets like a pizza box, an empty one, and then they go in and they just eat these cakes. And in our industry, it's really like almost like a celebrity moment because all the very good bakers, they come first and they bring the most beautiful cakes. And the event is totally free. We feel like, again, collab over competition, and use that money, even it's like 100 Rand ticket or whatever, use that 100 Rand to make even more epic cake. Even like put in that money just to create something absolutely beautiful. We sometimes have like a little giveaway where we choose the most creative cake, the most beautiful cake, and then we give a little hamper out. So it's really super creative. So that is our Workcook Feast.
And that is taking place, if you would like to join, tomorrow and in 4 ways at House Cafe by Cake Canteen. It's starting at 11 a.m. It is open to the public. All you have to do if you want to participate is come with a cake. That is it, and you get to delve in and enjoy. And if you want to get in touch with Cake Canteen, find them on Instagram at cake.canteen. And if you want to head over to one of their stores, they're on 82 The Straight Street in Pine Slopes. That's in 4 ways, or 16 Kramer Road in Kramerville, which is right here in Sandton. Ladies, thank you so much, and thank you for my new baby. Thank you. It's 1:30.
To celebrate 25 years of helping you live the Premier life, FNB Premier is giving you a chance to win a 14-day European tour experience and other cool monthly prizes. Open any FNB Premier account from September to 31 December 2025. Switch your salary, swipe or tap a minimum of 2,000 Rand per month for 3 months straight. Spend and win with FNB Premier. FNB, help changes everything. TCs and competition rules apply. FNB, a division of First Rand Bank Limited, an authorized financial services and credit provider.